So guys, we're live, guys. We're live, my people. We're live, guys. We're live. Like the vid, subscribe, like the vid, subscribe. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. So we're gonna be talking about Matthias DeLigt. We're gonna be talking about Rafinha doing a plan going to Barcelona. While Barcelona is doing an injecting FC. We're also going to talk about Mohamed Salah. We'll talk about Mohamed Salah too because that's going to be a serious conversation. And we're going to talk about CR37 wanted to leave Boychestwr Divided. Where does he go this summer? Does he stay or is Ronaldo trying to do like a PR where he wants United to act fast in the transfer window? We're also going to talk. I didn't put it in the decision, but I'll surely do it after the stream. Is the semi-pro technology they're going to be using in the World Cup because it was used in the Club World Cup, and I kind of like it. So we're going to talk about him in terms of being used in the World Cup too. And also going to do some Q&A from the fans to round it up, guys. So like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Like that vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Like the vid and go to 5K subscriber. Make sure you like the vid, support us, give us a likes, give us a support, give us a likes. Make sure you like that vid and subscribe. Smash that like button, guys, and let's go. So, you my people, we're back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome. So, let me come to Tom on this. Tom, Barcelona doing an injecting FC by going for Rafinha, in which, according to Fabrizio has been tweeting this for the past couple of days. He has been saying it. Barcelona are offering installment to Leeds, and Leeds said no. If you don't pay us 60 million straight cash, it's game over for you. Don't even come to even talk about Rafinha. And as for now, we will respect Chelsea B because they're the only club who has tabled a reasonable price that is suitable for Rafinha to go to Chelsea. So give me your take over all this Rafinha stuff and everything. Give me your take about what is exactly going on.
Well, with the Rafinha sort of saga, I think the impression that a lot of people are getting is Chelsea have the right finances and the right bid in place to buy the player, but the player's impression is he would rather play for Barcelona than Chelsea. That's the only reason why Barcelona are still in the conversation. Otherwise, personal terms would be agreed and everything. He'd be having his medical at Cobham already. There would be no competition. There would be no bids or anything like that. But the Barcelona thing, I think that relies heavily on them making sales, and we know the big sale that they can potentially make with Frankie de Jong.
Yeah,
they would get a guaranteed £60 million, and then Manchester United are going to pay them £15 million in add-ons over the next 3 years. If they get that £60 million, you've just said Rafinha's worth what, 60 million? Or that's your bid that's been accepted anyway, or been agreed. All they've got to do then is take the money that they've just got from Rafinha, from Frankie de Jong straight away, and then put it straight into the Rafinha deal, and then suddenly Barcelona's got a bid that's viable as well, and then they can do a madness, and then we will really see where the player's head's at. If it's I want to play for Chelsea, or is it I want to play for Barcelona? That's where we're going to have to see with the Rafinha thing. But I don't think the wages or anything like that, I don't think that plays a factor. I think him as a person, I think he's going to demand a respectable wage, obviously, for the age that he's at and the step up that he would make from Leeds to go to a Champions League, giant, or in Barcelona, and obviously with Chelsea as well, winning the competition a couple of times. So there's obviously a conversation to be had there, but I don't think Rafinha's going to wait around forever for Barcelona.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to wait. I think I'd give him maybe another week. Give it another week, and if there's still no movement from Barcelona in terms of an agreement with Leeds, or a verbal agreement or a bid, if there's nothing there from Barcelona, then I think he'll look for the terms of Chelsea. And if we can get the right contract and the right finances along with his agent, then
everything's already on the table for him.
Yeah, well, this is what I mean. If it's already on the table and everything, then if one doesn't work out, he can always go to Plan B. But you're a new football club with a new ownership. Do you want to be somebody's Plan B?
No.
Do you want a player who, I'm happy to go to Chelsea, but there was Barcelona there, and if I could have gone to Barcelona, I could have done, and it will be one of those could have been, should have been, would have been, but wasn't sort of stories. And if that is the case with Rafinha, you need to move on. You're getting a deal done for Raheem Sterling, it looks like, anyway. So you've already got in a way, you've got your insurance policy if the Rafinha deal falls through. I mean, all you do is just go out there and get another wide player. There's so many of them out that you can get. Jeremy Doku, Ousmane Dembele, Gnabry. There's so many wide wingers that you can go out there and get if the Rafinha deal falls through. So at the end of the day, if it falls through, it falls through, doesn't it? It's not. I don't think it's a case of money or the ownership or the two clubs. I just think it's down to the player, because everything's been made in principle and he has to make his decision at the end of the day. But I think give it another week, and if nothing changes, then we'll have to go elsewhere. It'll probably settle for Chelsea, won't it, in the end?
But Tom, do you think Deco is the one playing this? Let's be Deco advocate here.
Deco is agent, are we talking about?
Do you think Deco himself is the one orchestrating this? Because we know how good like the relationship between Deco and Barcelona, and he's the club ambassador. So do you think he's the one stalling this personal time with Rafinha and telling them, wait on Barcelona, wait on him?
Well, I think the case with Barcelona is they're desperate for players, aren't they? Really, they're desperate for signings because of the financial constraints that they have against them. And you obviously know if new signings come in, shirt sales go up, merchandising, advertising, everything goes up, and you make your money back. That's how business works. At the end of the day, you make an investment, and you hope your investment reimburses you more so than for what you actually invested. And with the Rafinha deal, if it's 60 million, can they potentially get 60 million worth of earnings out of him in terms of performances, in terms of shirt sales, advertisement?
Because Barcelona fans are like, if they go for Rafinha and Dembele, there's no way you're gonna go for Lewandowski. No way.
Well, that's the case, really, though, isn't it? I think with what they've tried to do, Barcelona, is they've tried to negotiate with Dembele. He's not having the terms that they want to negotiate under, so then they go into their plan B, which is Rafinha. I think if Rafinha signs, then Dembele goes. I can't see how they can afford both players. No. Not that Rafinha.
They won't be able to buy Lewandowski. No way.
No. Well, I don't know about Lewandowski anyway, to be honest, because I think the finances that Bayern want anyway, they want a guaranteed 50 million or something, and then you're gonna have the wages. You're gonna have the wages as well and stuff like. Bayern are good negotiators, man. When they sell a player, they get the price that they want, and if you don't give them the price that they want, that's it. You don't get the player.
Nowhere.
Yeah, going nowhere.
Because Tom, that's what I love about this. They are not they're not being bending down for Barcelona. No, they're ready to Barcelona. If you don't match Chelsea's 60 million bid, Rafinha is going.
But I also don't think any football club should be held to ransom over a player. Yeah. Because if agents can talk, but players can act. Yeah. That's the difference. Agents talk. We've seen it with so many football agents. Mino Raiola, Jorge Mendes. When they talk, people listen. But when players talk, they use action, and as we know, actions speak louder than words. Yeah. And if you're going to act, you act in a situation like this. And the thing with Rafinha is you hear nothing from the player in this situation. It's all in-house. It's all kept and brushed under the carpet.
Yeah.
Whereas with his agent, well, he's leaking like a sieve. Any story that he can get out to journalists about Rafinha, or Barcelona are interested, blah, 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 that just prices up his wages with you guys when he negotiates for a contract.
Yeah.
The exact same story where Chelsea are close to a deal and everything. Laporta, here's that at Barcelona. We need this Frank de Jong deal speeding up. We need the money from that to pay for Rafinha. We need finances to get the players that we want. And if they don't, and if they do miss out on Rafinha, well, then they're in a tight situation because they either renegotiate with Dembele for the terms that he wants, which we know financially they can't do.
Yeah.
And if they lost out on Rafinha, they've lost out on their Plan B insurance policy.
Yeah.
Suddenly, they have no player there then. And then they're going to lose out on two players because they're going to lose the player that they actually have and then the player that they actually wanted to replace him with.
Mm-hmm.
Which suddenly then they are scuppered. Whereas with you guys, on the other hand, at Chelsea, if you miss out on Rafinha, all's not lost because you've still got a backup plan in Raheem Sterling there.
Yeah.
And then you can just go and get another winger out there anyway, which we've already, stable names out there, Gnabry,
Gnabry, Jeremy
Doku,
Doku.
if you want
Yeah.
to go on that sort of scale, there's Jeremy Doku, if you want to go on a
Mm-hmm.
more budgety sort of route. There's so many different options and targets that you can go after.
Maswell Connell is there from Cote d'Ivoire, so he's a very good
Yeah,
player.
yeah. There's so many young players that young talented players out there that you can go and get, and Rafinha's just one of them out of a handful of them that you could go and target. And listen, with the way Todd Bowley's flashing around his cash, I mean, I wouldn't put it past you, to be honest with you, to go out there and buy any player that you want, regardless of money or price,
Mm-hmm.
because he wants to make a good impression or a good first impression anyway.
Yeah.
We'll have to see in the long run what he does anyway. But I don't see it being an open checkbook every summer like this, to be honest.
We'll see.
So I'll make the most of it, I'd say, for you Chelsea guys.
We'll see. King Black, how you doing, bro?
I'm the line.
Yeah. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. Big ups to you. Big ups.
So your take on the Rafinha doing Barcelona doing an Inject FC in terms of, we know they don't have the finances, but they are trying their best to hijack this deal in terms of getting the players and talking to them. I want to get it, want to do this, want to go Lewandowski, want to get Bernardes, want to get this. But where is the money? Because club is telling you they want this, but you can't even afford to pay that for the club. So, given your take on Barcelona, are they being cocky or being a coward club in terms of make your decision and move on, or you are going to be blaming Rafinha and his agent Deco in terms of, okay, Deco, if you don't agree to this, we move.
I think all of these things.
You speak
for me.
You are speaking very low, very audible.
Yeah, you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. What I'm saying is, all of this is on Barcelona themselves. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of feel like these guys are just using their pool powers to just garner all players all over the world right now. Like, I don't understand how they are doing it, especially now. Even the days they used to have Messi, Xavi, Busquets, Iniesta, and all that. I'm not sure they have this type of pool power there. I'm not sure. Why is it now that they're in financial trouble? They've not won the Champions League for how long?
Yeah.
And they've not even won the league since when? I don't know. How come they have this type of pool power now? Or is there something they are doing underground? Are they paying these players up front? Like, are they assigning agents to do all of these things for them? I don't know. I really don't know. And now they are still going to get some of our players, and we cannot get some of their targets. It's still, I don't know. I just don't understand. Now they're going to get Kunde, they will get Rafinha, they will keep Dembele, and they will sign Lewandowski. And everything will still be around the 150 million mark.
Mm-hmm. Wait, according to a reporter here I'm seeing right now from Marca, AS, and everything, they said Dembele will not be at the Clotat Esportiva tomorrow to undergo the relevant medical test before starting the preseason. The French forward has until 9 p.m. this Sunday to communicate that he has accepted the offer in order to be included, but it didn't happen. So as for now, Ousmane Dembele is still a free agent. He hasn't even made a decision in terms of the contract that's been given to him. Now, this is why I'm looking at it, that Barcelona are making the fool of themselves by doing this because it doesn't make any sense.
No, this one is a win-win for them. Oh. It's a win-win for them. It's we that we have something to lose, that we need to think about our own club, our full power, our owner. What are we doing? The market. Like for Barcelona, it's a win-win for them. If Rafinha can hold Leeds United to ransom like this, there's nothing anybody can do to the player. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. Even if Barcelona decides not to cough up any money up to 60 million, when we are tired, we will remove our offer.
Yeah.
When we are tired, when it's becoming like close to August, 1st of August, and we have already gotten like 5 players, there's nothing our offer is still doing on the table now. So it's a win-win for them. From Rafinha's side, you know, sir. Well, if the worst comes worst, I'll play extra 1 more year late. Yes, that's what he's saying. If the worst comes, he said he'd rather go stay at Leeds than go to Chelsea instead of making a move to Barcelona.
Yeah,
you can imagine that.
But the problem is he's desperate to play for Barcelona, but they're in financial difficulties. How will his mental state or mentality as a player be? Because you gotta remember something. It's very important to have a good mentality going to any club and feel loved and welcome. And look, with the world of social media and with the way he's been twerking for Barcelona, it's gonna see. It won't go well for him going to Chelsea because he has to over.
Yes, he can't even come to Chelsea. See, I've said this. I think I said this on stream. I said this about Brazilian players. This is how they move. They move like idiots. No disrespect to Brazilian footballers. They don't think they have this. I don't know. Understand the mentality. Like they can move from Arsenal to Bolton, and they will insist it's Bolton they want to leave. Like they just move anyhow. Look at Giano, especially when it involves maybe their passion or money. Like this Rafinha's issue is actually surprising to me because generally an ordinary Brazilian, the normal average Brazilian that we used to know, he would have made a move to Chelsea. As far as the wage is bigger and everything. And then after 2 seasons, after giving us his best, he will just be looking for a move. But I'm surprised. Actually, I'm surprised about how Rafinha is treating this whole situation. I'm very, very surprised. Like, wow. So you can stand on your words and your passion this much. Hey, this is good though. But I actually like the fact that we started with a lower wage around 115 to 120k monthly. If it were to be Abramovich era, now 250k we go carry for this guy head. See, if you come to this club, you will collect £250,000 because that's the way Marina used to move. But thank God we have an accountant now, an Ijebu American man that knows how to minimize money very well. Yes, because normally if we give this guy Timo Werner's contract wages, the guy will come to Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget his passion, forget he wants to play in Barcelona. If this guy moves from 62,000 or 63,000 pounds to 250, as early as 25 years old, but there's nothing stopping this guy to come. And that's what we did to Movena. But we cannot make that kind of mistake again. I actually like the way we are moving right now. So for me, it's a win-win for Barcelona. Although they are shooting themselves in the foot the more. So it's none of my business as a Chelsea fan. If they want to run their club, let them run their club. But it's a win-win as far as having the right players, especially for Xavi. It's a win-win for Xavi. Now, Adama Traore has gone back to Wolves. He has no winger at the team right now. He cannot be playing Ferran Torres. Only Ansu Fati. And Ansu Fati, his injury issues. Imagine having Ansu Fati, Rafinha, and Dembele in your team. Like, even if the coach is whack, if you have Ansu Fati, Dembele, and Rafinha, then you have Lewandowski up front. That's an insane team. Insane. That's a very good competitive team. With the defense, they are getting Christensen, Araujo. They still have the experience of PK, Busquets, and the rest, and then they still have Pedri in the team. It's a very serious team. So this is a win-win for Xavi, but not really a win-win for Barcelona because They are just selling their future to get all these players, which is, maybe they will find a way to subsidize it now. Maybe they find a way to work around it in the future. But for them, it's like, let's secure now so that at least we can secure money. Maybe we can fight for the league, fight for Champions League. Because if they get these players, who knows? But Lewandowski will start scoring 40 goals now. What will happen? And then you know that they just snatching 3 points in the La Liga every week. So what will happen? So it's crazy. It's crazy. For us, it's not a win for us, but for Barcelona, it's a win-win. So whether we like it or not, we will have to drop the offer on Rafinha at the end of the day.
Yeah, for me, we just have to walk away from the offer. It's simple. Just walk away.
Yes.
That's it.
And at the end of the day, if we don't quickly move, if you don't move fast on Dembele, we will still not get Dembele.
Yeah, I agree.
We will still not get Dembele because Dembele would rather be a squad player, getting his money at his dream club, than being a first team player at a club he doesn't want to come. These boys don't have sense again. These guys are emotional players now, unlike before where we have top mentality type of players. These players now, they are not, they think like children. They just want to be in their comfort zone where they like, where I dream of, all this Disney plus lifestyle. They just want to be living in fantasy for the rest of their lives. They just want the easy way out route. This is where I've dreamt of when I was young, and let me just keep playing here. For me, that's just what it is. Back then, you have players moving all around the world. If you see the team that Chelsea gathered in 2006, 2007, or 2007, 2008, like they were from everywhere, every part of the world, Africa, France, Belgium, Portugal, Brazil, all of them. They didn't understand language. They came here and started, learning the language. There was nothing like Premier League proving then. Proper players, proper scouting. Now we are just sitting on Rafinha. Now they use that one as an excuse not to give me a baller now. They cannot go and sign another guy, and until Man United now bids for one guy from Porto, then Chelsea will now enter the bid to hijack again. Because I don't understand what we are doing. For Barcelona, it's a win-win for them. Even for Rafinha, he doesn't have a problem playing in Leeds for 1 month if he means going to Barcelona. So it's a win-win for them. For us, I don't understand. I don't
know. Fair enough. So let's go to the next one now. Because for me, I believe that we don't need to waste our time on him. For me, because if you're not gonna get him, just move on. Other players are there, like Ganabri is there, Jeremy Doku, so many players are there. The Miller is there. Go for someone that is willing to play for the club, not someone that has his heart set on Barcelona. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. So I don't want us to waste our time in that aspect at all. I don't want us to waste our time, because the more we are wasting our time, for me, it doesn't make any sense. So let me go to DeLigt now. King Black, do you think it worth 70 million? Because that has been what has been on the team for a very long time. Matthias DeLigt. Do you think it worth the 70 million that is being proposed out? Do you think it worth the amount of money?
It's worth it, though. It's worth it, 100%. It's worth it. If it's 70 million, let's just hope they agree on 70 million. If Maguire costs 83 million pounds or 80 million pounds, Baba, the elite is worth it. He's worth 70 million. He's 22 years old. He has this leadership capability that he's not been able to bring up because he's not been around the coaches that really surround him with proper players. If he comes to Chelsea, he's going to be playing with Reece James, who is 22-year-old, beside him, and then Chilwell is just 25. So they are around his age range. He can make friends quickly. He can really adapt quickly. He's going to have Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount. They are about the same age range. So
Yeah.
it's not like he's going to be playing with Bonucci and Bazagli and all these players again. So for me, it's a good one, because if we don't buy him now, don't be surprised. Pep will buy him next season, because Pep cannot be, if he sees a mistake with either Laporte or Stones or something, we'll just buy another good centre back and start training him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the market is getting slimmer and slimmer now. Very soon there will not be players anymore in the market again. One team we gather all the players. Look at what Barcelona is trying to do. How can you have the Dembele and you still want to put Rafinha?
I agree.
So
I agree.
for me, it's what everything is. And you know what's even funny is he's desperate to leave. He's desperate to.
Yeah, he only has 2 years on his contract. Just 2 years.
Yeah, he's desperate. He's the one pushing for the move, because he's the one pushing for the move himself. Like, I want to go. I want to shine. People are
He has
not
even
allowing
turned
him
it.
to
He has
shine.
even turned it a transfer request already.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you are not allowing me to shine here. Allow me to shine. Let me go and shine. I want to shine. I'm a star. I'm a leader. I was just 19 when I was making it for myself. You just brought me here, no title, no competing for Champions League. Every year you get dumped out in quarterfinals. How am I going to be doing that?
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
It's worth
I
it.
agree.
Thank God
Because
we're not even involving any players swap or anything.
yeah, I think because the problem is people are like, does he want this amount of money? Does he do it? Does he want like? There's no much of a central back in the market right now. Not much of a central back in the market
Baba,
right
if it's only Koulibaly can vouch for 10/10 here and there, but you give me the same type of Thiago Silva's impact. Only Koulibaly I can beat.
Your mic is breaking up a little bit. It's going up and coming down.
He does for. He's only one defense ball now. Me that even if my coach is sick. Okay, I think it's the air.
Yeah, continue.
So he's the only one. He's the only one presently, like, that can really vouch for. So it's what every penny. 70M is chicken change now.
I know, because according to DiMaggio and Koiza, DiMaggio said Chelsea will submit in the next maybe few days, so they have already had a very huge discussion already. They will submit 70 million, and that 70 million should be the final price they will go for delay. And they believe that should be the final part that Juventus will agree to let Matthias delay, because he wants to leave. The next never joining the preseason, he wants to leave. So Juventus know this already, that this man wants to leave. They know that he wants to leave. It's a matter of when, not even if. It's a matter of when will he leave.
Yeah.
It's a matter of when will he leave, because he is desperate to go.
It's the right thing for him to do for his career. Because if he continues to be there, they'll just finish him there.
Yeah.
He may not win the Serie A because of the way AC Milan and Inter Milan are moving right now.
Yeah.
Juventus may not win Serie A for the next 5, 6, 7 years. But look at the players AC Milan they are actually bringing together in their team.
Yeah.
So, like, they are falling behind. He needs to live for his own future. And to me, it looks like he's built for the Premier League. It looks like he's built for the Premier League. I think the Premier League will even improve him by himself. After one season, he would have learned a lot. Would have gotten better. I believe Thiago Silva is even going to give us like 2 more seasons, so he still has room to learn.
I agree. So for me though, like I said to people, my preference is Kunde, but Matthias is available, I will take him. As long as it's what Omosuka, the manager, wants, I'm all for it. And I might be a little bit skeptical in terms of him, but he is a damn good centre back, and I believe him going to Juventus for me was just a failure for me, because with the way Juventus plays and everything, that doesn't fit the way Matthias play. And him wanting to leave, I wouldn't blame him, because you have to leave that club that doesn't offer you happiness or success of or so on and so forth. For me, he has to leave also too for the betterment of his career. If he wants to really make it in the World Cup, he has to go. He has to go. He has to go for me.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
So let me come to you on this.
You're right.
NK, Black.
You're right.
I have an
He
issue with
needs to leave,
Liverpool.
man.
I have an issue with Liverpool because I remember very well I said it. When I say I hate Liverpool, it's with passion and soul. Because if Liverpool is gonna give Mohamed Salah a 350k, why not Sadio Mane then? Because you're telling me you're prioritizing Sadio Mane because giving him 3k, 350k, but you cannot give Mane maybe either 250 or 270. For me, that is not that's not how to run a business. That's a bad business in terms of running for me. That's a bad business for me. And for me, I don't feel good about that because that's not how to run a business. You don't run it that way. You don't. It doesn't sit well for me. It doesn't make any sense for me. So Liverpool fans, yes, I know that preference, everything is Mohamed Salah, but does he really want this? Because Mane has won so much stuff for this club other than Salah. What has Salah won? Winning them Player of the Season, Golden Boot, blah 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 blah. Mane has won so much. He has come in clutch for them. It's won so much for them, but still, he's not been appreciated enough. So, give me your take on that.
It was just paining me. You can hear me, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah. What's paining me the most is that Chelsea were sleeping when they wanted to sell Salah, Mane.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea were just there, sleeping drunk, looking. Instead of Sterling, I would take Mane every day of the week. Every day of the week.
Yeah.
It's going to guarantee me fitness. It's going to guarantee me, more attacking actions. He can blend with the system. As in, it's going to be perfect for Thomas Tuchel's system. So when you think about the two number 10s behind the striker that we normally play, it's going to be perfect for him, honestly.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to that of Liverpool, like, I don't blame them. It's one of the things your eyes will see as an African black player again. If you are very good, you are going to be underappreciated for a while. Unless you play for a club like Chelsea. Now we kind of from history from over 20 years, you have always had black African players here and there in our team until recent times. So, and they've always given us clutch moments. We've always loved them. So as far as Mane is concerned, well, I wish him all the best, but for Liverpool, they know what they are doing now.
Mm-hmm.
They're intentionally stalling the contract of both of them because they don't know how they will give Mane Salah, and they won't give Mane.
Yeah.
So they intentionally just playing the waiting game as if it's both of them that they haven't given.
Mm-hmm.
I even heard a rumor that Chelsea, Salah tried to come to Chelsea before Liverpool now decided to give him 350. I don't know how true that rumor is, but they said I think Chelsea were trying to get him from Liverpool, while Liverpool just no. Instead of you to go to Chelsea, we'll just give you 350. Yeah. that's what I saw. I saw the report somewhere.
I saw the report too, but I'm just gonna take the report as, for me, just fake. I don't really see it as anything to talk too much about. I'll just see it as fake for me. For me though. So because for me, my problem with it is, in as much as I don't like Liverpool fans, for me, my problem with that is because in as much as I don't feel good about Liverpool fans, for me, in as much as I don't feel good about them, for me, my issue with that is I'm like, if you can give what's called Mane that kind of amount of money, why not Salah? If you can give Salah amount of money, why not Mane? Because I believe, yes, Salah may have given you a lot of trouble, but what of Mane? Mane came close a lot in some matches where Salah has been ghosting a lot. It's been ghosting. So if you can give Salah can have an amount of money. Why not? Why not Mane? At least if you can't give him 350, give him something close to 200 or 250. At least he will feel appreciated enough. But no. So you prefer to lose Mane rather than giving Salah the amount of. For me, that's a bad one of business. You don't want to business that way. That's bad. From Liverpool side, for me, from Liverpool side, it's bad for me. It is bad.
To them, it's good business because they brought in Darwin Nunes, who is young, 22 years old, who had, fantastic scoring record. We see, let's just forget anything that he may flop or he may not flop. People that come from Portuguese league to that bank, that Portuguese league is not an easy league. I don't know if anyone watches Portuguese league. It's not an easy league. It's not Bundesliga. It's a tough league, and you have technical players there, a lot.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're signing players from there recently? Like they have a lot midfield, especially in the midfield. Like they normally have this good midfield. They move the ball around quickly. So like they might not have a very good defense, but like they have some ballers here and there in there. So if you score 34 goals there, you are not you're not just you may not look good, but you have.
I agree. So because for me, like for me, whether they like it or not, for me, Liverpool fans need to understand that. I understand that their love for Salah and everything, but still, you can't let a player like Sadio Mane go without even replacing him. And you're bringing Nunes and Co and everything, because those players for me can't really come close the way the way Mane will come close for you guys. They won't come close because Mane is a phenomenal player, whether you like it or not. He is a very damn good player, and if you can't replace Mane with a better quality player, going forward is going to be difficult, because look at the way Manchester City are signing, and they are kind of signing players. So you have to and you want to win the Premier League. If you want to win the Premier League, no. It's gonna be difficult winning that Premier League, because Man City are signed and they are kind of strengthening their team, and even they can afford to lose. They can afford to lose Raheem Sterling and still compete and still go forward in terms of winning the league, competing under honor. So that's how a team should be run. That's a well-run club for me, though, in terms of that aspect. So for a club, you're gonna make sure you run it very well and make sure that team is being run very well. If not, to run very well is gonna be very, very, very difficult, because the way Liverpool are moving, if they don't get it right this season, I don't know where they're gonna get it right for me. I don't know where they're gonna get it right for me. I don't.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Like, you can't compare. Yes, we can't compare Man City. Man City is owned by a nation. It's owned by Qatar. Qatar is like the number one oil rich country in the world. They are not a joke. Do you know their net worth?
I know.
Do you know the wages Raheem Sterling was at City before trying to move to Chelsea now? So Raheem Sterling, nobody, no top 5 club in Premier League can pay Raheem Sterling 320.
Yeah.
They are paying big bucks, but they recruit right. They don't have a 25 player squad where everybody is going on low, or some people are just sitting on wages. No, but they have few players that are earning big money. Luis Diaz, De Bruyne, John Stones, Raheem Sterling, now Haaland. All these players are big wages, 400k, 450, 350, 300, 350. So like, you can't compare. Look at the highest paid player now at Liverpool, apart from Salah,
is Van Dijk.
Like 250. He's on 250. It's less than Timo Werner or something. It's less than Timo Werner. You can imagine. After him, Alexander Arnold.
Yeah.
After Alexander Arnold, there is like, maybe I don't even know, because the rest are on like 150, 130. Even Robertson is on like 100 or something small like that. So they know how they manage their wages. So if two players are going to be on 350, I don't blame Liverpool. They don't have Qatar money, and they are recruiting right, and they're still winning things. They know what they are doing.
Yeah.
So for me, I think they should have just given both of them 250 or nothing. Like, but I guess Salah's goal. Salah is more vital to Liverpool. So probably understand why Liverpool would have taken that decision in between themselves. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. Unless you are too good, unless you are Lionel Messi as an African black guy playing in the Premier League, playing in a club like Liverpool, Baba, it will be difficult. I can't remember when, apart from when Club came, I'm not sure. Liverpool don't even recruit Africans like that. I don't even remember. If you can remember, you can tell me. But they don't recruit. They
Jubri
don't recruit.
Cisse, I think did Jubri Cisse play for them? I think he did. Jubri Cisse play for them. I think in the 2005 against us. Did they play for them? I need to check just to make sure. I need to check. I'm not sure, but I need to check just to be sure. I'm not sure, but I need to check. I need to check just to make sure.
They don't have.
You can check.
They don't have a lot. They don't have a lot. They don't have a lot of them. So maybe it's not their thing. Maybe it's not their thing. They just want someone who can do it. Someone who is like them, who looks like them. For me, that's how I see it, and we can't blame them for the choices, for the decisions they made, because at the end of the day, they are winning, and they have been winning for a while. Yeah, so they're still a top club with or without money. So can't really blame them for the decision they made. I just wish Mane, all the best, because the whole country depends on that guy. So
Yeah.
when the whole country looks up to you, and it's not a child's play. It's not child's play. What he's doing for his country, I'm not sure. I'm not sure Konate is doing it for his country. So it's what it is. Before you know, now Konate will be on the market in 2-3 years. Let him start making few mistakes or have one small injury. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Can't blame them. That's how they operate.
Yeah.
And they would rather keep Mina and be giving Mina extra 1 year every year at his old age than keep money. You can imagine. So a goal that runs like that, just zero your mind. Just zero your mind. Do what you have to do and leave.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you can keep James Mina, I don't know what James Mina will do apart from scoring penalties. I don't know what he does. I really don't. If it's leadership, they still have leaders. I'm sure they have leaders in the team. So if you're going to let Mane leave, well, good for you. But I don't know. I'm not concerned about them. I don't like that club.
Yeah, fair enough. Let me round it up with this one. King Black, Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think he will leave Manchester United? And if he does leave Man United, where do you see him going?
I think this guy might leave. Man. This guy is ruthless. He's ruthless. If the report has come out that said he wants to leave for a club that plays in the Champions League, that if he still feels he has something to give, to deliver.
Yeah.
What else? What do you think Eric Ten Hag will say that make him stay? I think he might leave, but he might not leave very soon. It might come to maybe the last day of the transfer window, trying to finalize the move for him, or he might just wait it out a little bit. Then in January, boom, he just leaves. Just to try to see what Man United would do. They're going to be a title race from the beginning, because I'm sure Eric Ten Hag might come to meet Ronaldo and be like, Baba, we're going to be contending for the title with the players we are brought in, and the team. If they win like their first 5 games, you'll be like, whoa, looks like we might be in a title race. Ronaldo might, it might be up for it. Like, okay, come on, let's do this. But if they start losing from the beginning, see, maybe the last day of transfer window, man, this guy will just leave. He will just leave he will just pack his bag and will just move to another club straight up. This one. And he has no business with wages or no wages. So that's not his business. He has made a lot of money in his life, and he knows that he has made a lot of money in his life. So for me, I think Chelsea, be careful about this one. Be careful about this because.
Do you think it will go to Bayern Munich? Because Bayern, I said if they lose Lewandowski, they might go for him.
Well, if they go for him, fine, fair enough. I think he might go for Bayern Munich. It might actually be the best place for him to go. It's easy. It's easier. You can always bang a lot of goals there. High line league where 18 teams play high line. So yeah, it's good. It'll be perfect for him. So you can just score a lot of goals there. But then he might not just want to be going from city to city. His preference at this moment might just be like, okay, my family are here again. Am I going to move my family to Germany again?
I agree.
It might just be like, let me just stay in London or something for 1-2 more years. And then I might just retire or go to Bayern Munich after that. Well, let's see, Sha. If Bayern Munich are interested in him, I think they will get him. But if they are not, if his options are low, because right now, because other teams are looking like
Napoli are looking at him and everything,
Napoli are just trying to. Even Salzburg say if they are tweeting with their social media account, like you can come here. All of them Napoli are just trying to act like they are, just to generate money for themselves too. Because if Ronaldo comes to Napoli, hey, the shirt sales. And how it's Italy. How they take football there. Like they will start worshiping Ronaldo there. So
I agree.
It's good. Yeah. So like depending on his options and his preference. If he has spoken to Todd Bowley, if his agent has spoken to Todd Bowley, we might see it happening. Because this guy, since the day one that he came to Chelsea as Todd Bowley, he has been talking Marquis signing. Instead of us to build a team, to build a strong team to compete in the league, we are talking of Marquis signing. How is Marquis signing going to help you compete in the league? Marquis signing will not help you compete in the league. Chelsea fans don't care about Marquis signing. If we sign Neymar and Ronaldo in this window, and we play 10 games, and win only 5 inside, Baba, nobody cares about the Marquis signing. No fan will say, wow, at least we have Ronaldo. At least we have Neymar. No. Chelsea fans are ruthless. So we're all about winning. So unless we are going to start winning every game with Ronaldo, don't bother bringing him. But if you bring him, just know you have to. This guy has to either win us the league or close the title up, or win the Champions League or win FA Cup or win something. Because if you don't, this guy will leave us. The way he's going to leave us is going to be even worse than the way he's been living. The way he's going to leave so soon. Let's say we are playing like Dog Baby, just passing around from the back to midfield, pass back. And Ronaldo is just jogging, his leg is not touching the ball. Let's say he's having 7 touches too, like Lukaku in the game. Hey! But this guy can leave. He can come now and leave in January. Like, what is this? So better know what we are doing. Recruit the right players, recruit the right defenders and midfield. To make the team solid, and with Raheem Sterling, I'm sure that will create a lot of chances, and hopefully, with a player like Ronaldo, this guy will bank 25 league goals for Chelsea. He will score 25 league goals. He will score. This guy, you think he's done? If you watch Nations League, watch him at Portugal, you see, hey, is this guy 37 or
because I know how good of a goal scorer Ronaldo is. He will score good. I can't doubt that. I know that.
Apart from that, like his movement, he talks into the midfield and start combining and start running. Be like, how is this guy doing this? Like, it's crazy. So the guy still has it in him. So I understand his reason for wanting to leave Man U because he feels they're not going to compete. Fine, which is true. But the question is Chelsea going to compete? Are we going to compete?
Because even if Todd wants to buy, it has to be what the manager wants. If the manager doesn't want it, we just have to walk away. Simple.
It's not going to be like that. When it comes to Ronaldo, nobody is bringing him because of what coach wants. You think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted Ronaldo? Ole did not want Ronaldo.
I know it was.
I can tell you wholeheartedly. You think Pep Guardiola sat down and said Ronaldo should come to my team? Pep Guardiola. You think so? I don't think so.
Me too.
It's the Man City board. It's the Man City board. They'll be like, come, we're going to generate a lot of fan base. We don't have enough fan base yet. We need as much fan base as possible. So we have to bring people's favorites, players that a lot of people love. We have to bring them here. If you bring them here with big money, we're going to generate more fans, and it's going to generate us more money. It's business, simple as that. So if you think Thomas Tuchel, Totally wait for Thomas Tuchel's approval 100% before saying we should bring Ronaldo. It's just na lie. Todd Bowley will bring him in because he wants Ronaldo to come and play, because he knows how much £1,000,000 he's going to get from Ronaldo coming.
From Ronaldo. I agree. I agree. So guys, we're kind of end this team tonight very early because we're just talk about the early transfer because it's been dull for the past week and nothing to touch much, but it's just about rounding up what has been talked about from the early week of Monday towards Sunday. Hopefully, this coming new week, we're probably gonna see much of the news we can easily talk about, guys. So like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Guys, have a wonderful weekend and God bless. Stay safe, guys. Peace.